Sagittarius doesn't run because they love freedom. They run because the moment things get stable, the moment someone actually stays, the moment life gets good, that's when they realize they have to stop performing. And if they stop performing, you might see who they actually are. And they're terrified you'll find out there's nothing there. I've spent 12 years analyzing Sagittarius clients, partners, friends who vanished the second things felt secure. And here's what nobody tells you. Their fear isn't commitment, it's exposure. This video breaks down the 3 psychological layers that turn happily ever after into Sagittarius's nightmare. And if you're loving a Sagittarius who keeps one foot out the door, you need to hear this. Because what looks like freedom, it's a prison. Everyone sees the adventure, the spontaneity. The Sagittarius who books flights on Tuesday, quits jobs without backup plans, ghosts when things get too serious. They'll tell you they value freedom, authenticity, growth. They're not built for conventional relationships or boring routines. They need space to explore, to expand, to be themselves. And you believe them because they believe it too. They're charming when they explain it, philosophical, even. I just think love shouldn't feel like a cage, you know? And it sounds evolved, mature, like they've figured out something the rest of us are too scared to admit. But watch what happens when things get good. When someone loves them without demanding they change. When life offers actual stability, the kind they claim to want someday. When there's no drama, no chaos, no emergency to solve or horizon to chase. They panic. Not obviously. They don't announce it. But suddenly there's a new project. A trip they have to take. A promotion in another city. An ex-friend who needs them. The relationship is fine. They just need a little space to think. And here's the thing, the real thing. They're not thinking. They're running. Because underneath all that movement, all that adventure, all those stories about enlightenment in Bali and life, lessons from strangers, there's a question Sagittarius can't answer. Who am I when nothing's happening? They learned early that their value comes from being interesting. The entertaining one, the one with stories. The one who makes life feel bigger. Love was given when they performed, when they brought excitement, wisdom, humor, inspiration. So they optimized themselves into content. Every experience became a story. Every emotion became a lesson. Every relationship became an adventure. And it worked. People were drew them, fi them. They became the friend everyone wants at parties, the partner who makes life feel like a movie. But here's what they won't tell you. They don't know how to stop. They don't know who they are when they're not performing expansion, when someone loves them on a boring Tuesday, when there's nothing to report, nothing to chase, nothing to prove. That's the terror. Not commitment, not routine, being seen. Actually seem cost out, so why do they? Even when they're exhausted, even when they meet someone who actually gets them, even when they claim they want stability. Because if they stop moving, they have to sit with themselves. And they don't like that person. The real Sagittarius, the one without the stories, without the adventures, without the wisdom they've collected from 12 self-help books, and for continents feels empty. Them. Ordinary. Disappointing. They've built their entire identity on being the person who's always becoming, always growing, always going somewhere if they arrive. If they let someone love the messy, unfinished, sometimes boring version of them, then they're just human. And they've spent so long convincing everyone, including themselves, that they're more than that, special, evolved, free. The performance protects them from the devastating possibility that they're not, so they create exit routes. Not because they don't love you, but because the moment you make them feel safe enough to stop performing, that's when the panic hits. That's when they realize you're about to discover the truth. They're not running toward freedom. They're running from themselves. And they've been running so long, they forgot what they were running from. They just know that stopping feels like dying. Jake was 34 when Emma told him she loved him. Not casually, not in the heat of passion or after wine. She said it on a Thursday morning. They were making breakfast, nothing special. Just eggs and coffee and the kind of quiet that feels good. "I love you," she said. "Not the version of you that's always going somewhere. Just you." Jake smiled, kissed her, sided back. 2 weeks later, he accepted a job in another state. He didn't tell her he'd applied. Didn't mention he'd been interviewing. Just came home one night and said, "I got an offer. It's an amazing opportunity." Emma stared at him. "When did you apply?" "A few weeks ago." "I didn't think I'd get it." "A few weeks ago?" Jake. We were talking about moving in together, and that's when it happened. Not dramatic, not cruel. Just honest in the way that destroys things. Jake looked at her and said, "I need to keep growing. I can't just be this." "Be what?" He couldn't answer. Because the truth was too brutal to say out loud. Normal, settled, visible, without the escape hatch. Emma didn't cry. Didn't scream. She just nodded slowly, like she'd been expecting it. "You're not running toward anything, Jake. You know that, right?" He did. Somewhere deep down, he knew. But knowing didn't stop him from leaving. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, growth, philosophy. And here's what that actually means. They're wired to seek meaning, to find purpose, to believe life is supposed to be big. But somewhere along the way, they confused expansion with escape. They learned that staying still meant stagnation, that comfort meant complacency. That if they weren't constantly becoming someone new, they were failing. And here's the sentence nobody wants to hear, but everyone needs to. You're not growing. You're just avoiding being known, because real growth that happens in stillness, in discomfort, in letting someone see you on the days you have nothing impressive to report, when you're tired, when you're ordinary, when you're just there. But Sagittarius treats those moments like failure, like proof they've stopped evolving. So they create motion. New goals, new pluses, new versions of themselves to debut. And they call it growth. It's not. It's performance anxiety with a passport. The astrological element is fire, passion, enthusiasm, inspiration. But fire doesn't just create, it consumes. And Sagittarius has been burning through their own life, their own relationships, their own chance at actual peace. Because they're terrified the fire will go out. They're terrified that without the movement, without the chase, without the next adventure, they're nothing. And that belief, that's what's actually killing them. If you're Sagittarius and this is hitting too close, here's what changes. Stop calling it freedom when it's actually fear. You're not protecting your independence. You're protecting yourself from intimacy. There's a difference. Get honest about which one you're actually choosing. Sit still for 30 days. No new projects. No trips. No opportunities that require you to disappear. Just be where you are with who you're with. The discomfort you feel, that's not proof you're in the wrong place. That's the feeling of being seen. Let it happen. Ask yourself, what am I running from? Not philosophically, specifically. Write it down. Most Sagittarius can't answer this because they've never stopped long enough to ask. The answer is usually being ordinary, being disappointing, being loved for who I am instead of who I'm becoming. Get therapy, not life coaching, not another guru. Actual therapy with someone who'll call out your patterns. Because you're smart enough to philosophize your way out of accountability, you need someone who won't let you. Understand this. Their fear of commitment isn't about you. It's about them being terrified of being fully seen. When they realize you were enough, it's because you were, and that scared them more than loneliness. Tell them, I don't need you to be impressive. I need you to be here, and then give them a choice. Not an ultimatum, a choice. Stay, and let me love the version of you that's not performing. Go, and keep running from yourself, but some will stay. Most won't, not because they don't love you, but because they don't know how to love themselves when they stop moving. If you're a Sagittarius and this didn't piss you off, you're not paying attention. Comment below, which layer hit hardest? Next video, Capricorn. You'll want to see this.